What's going on, guys? This is Dave from PNP, and I'm here to talk to you about Underdog Fantasy. I just want to remind you that's the easiest place to play. There ain't too many places where you can win 20 times your money in the same night, utilizing higher lowers in the pick'em game. And now they have pick'em insurance, where while you won't win the same amount of money that you did before, you can miss one and still bring home some money. So if you do it 3 times, you can potentially still get your money back if you end up missing one. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up today and use the code PNP when you do. And the $100 deposit match still stands. Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Dave, one half of PNP, and we're about to go through this waiver wire action, look at some of this data. You know, we got 3 weeks left for the regular season in the playoff, regular season for fantasy, so we need to go ahead and try to push this through this week. Just so you guys are not aware, because it's Thanksgiving, there are no teams on a bye. There will be bye weeks next week, and there will be bye weeks in week 14. But for this week, there are no teams on a bye. So that means you could play your fully strength squad if your squad is in full strength. Because if you've been playing Justin Fields, it might be time for you to get a quarterback. If you took my advice during my fantasy show when I said you probably should trade one of those 2 quarterbacks if you have Justin Fields, probably I would trade Justin Fields with the momentum, then it might have worked out for you. You might have improved your roster and you still have a quarterback, and now the person that traded Justin Fields is hurting right now. But if you decided to stay the course with the 2 quarterbacks, I know what to tell you guys. Those are the breaks. Because it's looking like you should definitely not. You got to go find a quarterback. And, there's some opportunities out there in them streets if you really need a quarterback that bad. You got your Taylor Heineke's. You got Deshaun Watson. He's got one more game left before he can play. Matt Ryan, Derek Carr, those are some bodies that might be available. Jimmy Garoppolo just threw 4 touchdowns yesterday. But these are the options that you got. Tannehill's an option too. I'm pretty sure Tannehill's available in a lot of leagues for folks. So, you're going to have to make a decision. I told everybody during my Sunday morning fantasy Q&A, if you tell me DJ Moore or somebody else, I'm going to tell you to play somebody else. Because I don't trust DJ Moore when he's playing with Baker Mayfield. I don't know why folks are so obsessed with Baker Mayfield like he's a great quarterback when he's not. But the data shows that DJ Moore hasn't had good games with Baker Mayfield. Joe Burrow. Give me Joe Burrow here over Geno Smith. No. DJ Moore is not a must start. He hasn't been a must start since week 3. Because first 2 weeks we didn't know what we're doing. So no, he's not a must start. Oh, I saw the news. I'm talking about this week. DJ Moore's not a must start with Sam Darnold. DJ Moore at best is a flex play. Low end flex. About Sam Darnold starting? Yeah, so what? It ain't going to be enough for me to play DJ Moore at this rate. So what? You telling me you ain't got better options other than DJ Moore? I can find you a better option in a waiver wire right now. And we'll go through all my leagues real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and get this share popping. So if we go into some of the leagues that I'm in. All right, this is a 10-team PPR league. I can find you players right now on my waiver wire that's better than DJ Moore. Oh, somebody dropped Cooper Kupp. God bless. I'm picking him up. I'm going to make that happen right now. What the hell is going on with this person? He's tripping. Unless they already deemed him out for the season. Let me see. Have they deemed him out for the season? Oh. 6 to 8 weeks. Oh, yeah. That would be the season. Oh, yeah, so we're done here. All right, so yeah, that's why he got dropped. All right, never mind. Okay, he's out. Covers out 6 to 8 weeks, so yeah, I guess at this point he is droppable. If he's out 6 to 8 weeks, November 20th, yeah, he's done. Cooper Kupp is droppable now, so if you got the Cooper Kupp, you can drop him now. But as for wide receivers, available wide receivers. Traylon Burks. I'd rather play Traylon Burks than DJ Moore. You want to know why? 8 targets. I'd rather play Traylon Burks. If Duvernay's back, I'd rather play Duvernay. And I'd probably rather play Van Jefferson as well. DJ Moore's low on my list, man. Matter of fact, dare I say, if you really want to play a Panther wide receiver that bad, I think I'd rather play Terrace Marshall. I just can't. I can't trust it at this rate. I just can't. So that's how I feel about it. But yeah, let's see what the question's looking like. Tony got hurt. Did he get hurt or something? I would keep Tony. Absolutely, I would keep Tony. Unless he got hurt and I missed it. I don't think Tony's hurt. Or he's questionable. What's his injury? Oh, he's got a hammy. Yeah, he probably won't play this week. But I would try to keep him if I can. Because he's going to end up being a de facto one with all the injuries. The wide receiver core at the season has been getting battered by injuries. So, yeah. I will monitor it. I wouldn't drop him quite yet. Which you obviously got to look for an alternative plan. But, there's options. But if you want to talk about, let me go to a deeper league. Let's see here. This is a 12-team half-point PPR. Let's see what we got popping. Darius Slayton. Rather play him on Thanksgiving Day. Rather play Nico Collins. There's a lot of folks I'd rather play. Let me see. Let's do the other 12-teamer. I'd rather play Zay Jones. I forgot about him. Burks. There's opportunities. Landry. There's other options I'd rather play. And then what about this one? Another 12-teamer. Once again, Burks is available in a lot of leagues, guys. Like out of my 4 leagues, he's available in 3 out of the 4. Yep, he's available in 3 out of the 4. Probably the top waiver wire ad for wide receivers at least. Now as for running back, that's a no-brainer. If Latavius Murray is available in your league, that's a no-brainer. But otherwise, Samaje Perine is the guy you need to consider. With Joe Mixon being concussed, you're gonna have to try to see if you can get Perine. But if you guys been listening to you for the last couple of weeks, you Joe Mixon owners, you would have already had your handcuff. We wouldn't be having this discussion. He's gonna get all the work, and he was already kind of. He wasn't like somebody you could start on a week-to-week basis, but maybe he could have been a bye week fill-in, luck up. But he really hasn't got too much love from that standpoint. But he's going to get 20 touches against the Titans. Now, granted, the Titans do have a tough run defense, but I still like him. Gus Edwards, if he's available in the league, that's an option too. And as for the quarterback position, man, you got Brissett. You can play Brissett for one more week. This is the week if you're interested in Deshaun Watson. This is the week to go get him. Because he's probably available. There he is. See? There he is right there. If you're not confident in your quarterback spot, this is the time to get him. So, he'll be able to play week 13. So in 2 weeks he can play against Houston. You can't time that one better. Mixon's got a concussion, man. And typically it's hard for somebody with a concussion to come back after 1 week. Especially now with the concussion protocol the way that it is. He could be out 1 week. He could come back in time, but the odds are he'll probably miss a game, at least one game, and it could be more. So you got to plan accordingly. Samaje Perine is going to get the bulk of the work. Yeah, I think Jeff Wilson's the running back one in Miami. So yes, absolutely. Well, Mixon's out. I'm assuming Mixon's going to be out, so it'll be Jacobs Pollard for me. All right, let me see. So let's do some data. Let's do some data searching right now, man. So let's quickly look at the scoring leaders. We'll look at week 11. For running backs, Pollard, Perine, Harris, Henry. Harris finally showed up, huh? Took him long enough. So when you look at Harris, this is the first time he's broken over 20 points all season. And they finally gave him the work, but he got 2 touchdowns, so that helped him out a lot. His efficiency is a little bit better here, and he got four catches too. So he finally showed up. This is the reason why you drafted this man in the first round. It just took him long enough, man. It took forever. Jamal Williams, I would like to say that Jamal Williams has officially taken over the top spot in Detroit, but I think you guys have already realized that. He's getting all the work. I'm not saying to drop Swift yet, but I am saying that it's hard to convince me that he's more than a flex play at this rate. So he did okay this week, but he only got 8 touches, and that's problematic. He only got 8 touches. The thing that saved him was the touchdown. If he didn't get the touchdown, he would have had just 6 points. So the touchdown literally saved him in PPR formats. So from my perspective, he's a guy that I don't really want to start. I mean, if you want to put him at the flex spot, that's okay. But if you want to talk, we're pretty much approaching the trade deadline. Guys that you should be trading for. If you're a Harris owner and you just think this is just an outlier, I would try to trade Harris this week. This is your opportunity to do it. So I would do that if I was a Harris owner. Jamal Williams owners, I would try to trade for him if you could. Understanding if you can't. When you talk about momentum, excuse me, guys, it's been a long day. Devin Singletary is somebody that is sneaky good. You probably don't have to pay as much to go get him. So if you can go get him, wouldn't be a bad idea. I think he probably could be RB2 for the rest of the way. Try to get Latavius Murray off of waivers if you can. If you can't, try to trade for him now before he pops another game. Value might not be as good. Anybody else that should be considered here? Zeke had a good day, but so did Pollard, man. But Zeke got the ball 16 times. He touched the ball 16 times. So, I mean, that's a minimum low-end RB2 flex appeal. So you can't be mad at that. Let's see. Matt Breida. Yeah, he got a garbage TD. Let's check the status on Mr. Mixon here. Luckily, he got until Sunday for him. Luckily, there's no Thursday night game for him. All right. I mean, the buck stops here with the running back situation. Let's look at wide receivers for last week. All right, Adams, Cooper, man. Cooper out here getting 12 targets, man. That's wide receiver 1 target share. Josh Palmer, even though with Keenan Allen back, he's still getting 10 targets. So if he's available in leagues, you probably should consider picking him up. Some folks might have dropped him after the wind of what's her face coming back. Demarcus Robinson, as long as Bateman's out, that's not a bad pickup either. He's getting target share, 9 targets, went 9 for 9. Well, Wan'Dale Robinson on IR. Darius Slayton is a guy that you need to consider. Traylon Burks is available in a lot of leagues, and he balled out of his mind week 11. So Donovan Peoples-Jones is also getting a decent chunk of target share as well. So if he's still available in some of your leagues, you should go get him. I talked about him last week, but he might still be available if y'all didn't listen to me. So Richie James is another guy that could be considered, but I know he's questionable right now, so keep that in mind. But at the same time, he's not really getting too many target share. So there you go. Let me check and see if y'all got any questions. It's a kicker. I don't care. It all depends on the health status of Ezekiel Elliott. But even then, it looks like he kind of played through it. I think Rachaad White might mess around and end up with the job. I think Fournette is trying to play hurt right now. It's a situation that I do want to stay away from if I can. If you have to play one, I'm probably leaning towards White. But I think you just got to pay attention to the injury status. Quarterbacks, the usual suspects, other than Brissett and Garoppolo and Jones and Hurts. Well, Hurts is a usual suspect. I feel for Justin Fields, man. He might be out for a couple weeks. Considering Dak didn't have the greatest day, still hit top 10. Some of these quarterbacks are available in leagues right now, guys. Brissett's available. Jimmy Garoppolo is available in some leagues. Daniel Jones is available in some leagues, and so is Andy Dalton. And we know Tannehill's available. So overall, man, there's some quarterbacks on the wire you can roll with. And look who had a down day, Mr. Josh Allen. Yeah, Josh Allen's not he's no longer number one, but he's going the wrong direction right now. But he should be able to bounce back against Detroit on Thanksgiving. So I think Josh Allen's going to ball out of his mind on Thursday. So, I wouldn't lose hope on Mr. Allen quite yet. All right, if we want to go for the season, do these averages. Here's your top guys. Justin Herbert is falling off the face of the planet right now, but it's okay. He's starting to underperform, but he's been playing hurt too, so I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. And he's had injured wide receivers. And here goes the running backs. Christian McCaffrey is showing his worth that high up. Look at the top 5 guys, man. And look at Saquon. Came out of nowhere. But Joe Mixon is going to probably be out a week. We know what happened to Breece Hall. So here's the usual suspects right here. Tony Pollard being a backup, man. He's the top 10 running back in fantasy. That's amazing. So that's good value, too, because you probably got Pollard super late in leagues. But he has shown his value, especially the last 3 games. He has absolutely shown his value. Getting almost 100 points in those last 3 games. But, so yeah. So with regards to the wide receivers, it was fun while it was lasted for the Cooper Kupp owners. It was fun while it lasted, man. But right now we got Diggs, Hill, Adams, Justin Jefferson, Hopkins. Hopkins doing Hopkins things. And Chase might be playing next week, so that'll be good to know, good to have. It's been a couple weeks. It's determined. We'll see if he shows up. Hopefully he will. Marquise Brown should be almost ready to come back. Christian Kirk, Amari Cooper, yeah. Chris Olave, man. I'm rolling. Even though I'm worried about the target share, but otherwise, I'm rolling. I mean, there's only been 2 games all season where he didn't get at least 10 points. That's consistency right there, guys. I mean, that's wide receiver 2 flex action right there. Give me Singletary and Wilson Jr. I'll put both of them in. I'll play both of those running backs. Yeah, I don't know what league you in where you got in a free agency. Because he damn sure was drafted in every league that I was in. Jacoby Myers. The defenses. All these defenses that are taken, all these trash defenses that are taken. Look at this. Wasted roster spots, man. All these freaking arrows are wasted roster spots. It's probably like that in the other leagues that I'm in, too. Let's see. Joe Flacco. I'm infatuated with Chris Godwin only because of his target share. He's getting so many targets, man. So I hope that trend continues and he can just take advantage of it. But we'll see. But all right, let me go back to your questions. This might be a short show tonight, guys. I got a lot of things I got to get done today. Redo that. Remove that one. All right, there we go. As you should, said DJ Moore. Pacheco, no. Jerick McKinnon is the guy that's probably going to be the startable running back, in my opinion, for Kansas City, especially in PPR leagues, so he's getting that opportunity. Oh, you could have got Cup off your hands, man. Oh, oh yeah, you could have got him off your hands. That sucks. I mean, but you can't predict injuries, man. You know that. Injuries are part of the game. I didn't think it was gonna be 6 to 8 weeks though. That's not good. He ain't gonna be back in time. Um, Give me Elijah Mitchell. If you're talking about Deshaun Watson, if you're desperate at quarterback, you can start his behind as soon as you get him. I mean, as soon as as soon as he plays Houston on week 13. It all depends on how desperate you are from that standpoint, or whether or not you want to take a chance on him. It's based on your desperation level. How desperate are you? How bad? How bad do you need help at the position? That's the question of the day. If you really need help at the position, then yeah, you need to go ahead and get him started immediately. Let me see here what we got. Any more questions? Because I got a couple other things I got to get done tonight prior to this whole. Because I'm actually working this week, man. I'm the only damn got off this week is Thanksgiving. I'm working on Friday. I'm gonna go into the office, get some things done while it's quiet. But all right. Will McCross? Yeah, he if not this week, probably next week. It's looking like for Marquise Brown and his return. But like, you need to temper your expectations. Don't expect the same Marquise Brown you got before. This time he's gonna be walking in as a wide receiver two, not the wide receiver one over in Arizona. And we got to pay attention. We got to monitor the Kyler Murray situation as well. I mean, I had a rough week this week, man. I went 2-5 this week in my fantasy leagues. I lost a couple. I lost one on a Sunday night game, and I lost another one on Monday night. So I kind of the Monday night miracle backfired on me this come around. Oh, I'll answer this question. What happened to A&T last week? Yo, we got out coached and we got outplayed. There's no ifs ands or buts about it. I think Gardner Webb out executed us from bell to bell. I think at the beginning Gardner Webb was kind of getting the jitters out just like A&T was, but then they executed the game plan and they just played better than us. Simple as that. And they were much faster. I think a lot of folks didn't realize how fast Gardner Webb was. I think they were really good. They were good. They're a good football team, man. They almost beat two FBS programs. They lost two games against FBS programs by one possession, and they almost and they lost to a top 25 team by like a possession. So we just people when you sit down and you just look at the numbers, A&T didn't beat a team with a winning record this year. But that's the schedule that we had. But like we played Central, we lost. We played North Dakota State. We lost, which was kind of expected, but we lost bad. We played Duke. Once again, another expected loss. And I think the Duke game was when we figured out who we were in the second half. But we lost that game. Then we played South Carolina State, thinking that South Carolina State was going to be the big bad wolf. They only won 3 games. And then like Bryant, Charleston Southern, Robert Morris. I think Robert Morris went winless. Campbell, Norfolk State, and Edward Waters. They all had losing records. Every single team we beat had losing records. And Edward Waters is a Division II school. I always try to pod, man. Appreciate it. I just got to be honest with folks. Yay, starting. And I'm happy. We ain't got to give up a 4th round pick to Cleveland. I'm happy. I don't know why you guys, you need to try something else. I think PJ would be the guy if he was healthy, but it's obvious that he's not. So, I'm fine with Sam starting. I'd rather see Stan than break at this rate. Let's do something real quick. But always remember, guys, man, make sure you guys get your handcuffs, man. Yeah, make sure you get your handcuffs. The biggest holes, linebacker. Right now, with the way C.J. Henderson's been playing, cornerback. Because we don't know what Dante Jackson's going to come back as with the torn Achilles. So yeah, so quarterback has suddenly become a need. Linebacker for sure has been a need. Somebody else to be a pass rusher out alongside Brian Burns. I think we're good on offensive line. Wide receiver could potentially be a need, but I'm not really panicking too much about wide receiver. I think we got bigger holes. Tight end, if you guys want to upgrade in that position, tight end is another one. Tight end is not that as important as folks realize because we don't utilize our tight end in our offense like that from a pass catching standpoint. We primarily use our tight ends to block. So, those are my guys. But all right, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. I need to do a quick one today because I got a basketball game that's about to come on, and I got a couple things I got to do. I got to put my kids to bed and all that hoopla. But make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. I'll be on Twitter throughout the holidays. But before I go, I want to talk about one more thing, and that's involving Underdog Fantasy. Guys, there's an opportunity to turn $1 into $100. Let me tell you how. In the pick'em game for this Thanksgiving, if you do a pick'em with Dak Prescott and you do a 5 pick'em, you get a boost to go 100x. The max you can wager is $1, which is the only wager you can make. But if you get all 5 right, your $1 turns to $100. So if you haven't done so already, go to UnderdogFantasy.com. When you sign up, use the code PNP. It really helps out the channel. But take home $100, man. Go do your 5X. The only catch is you got to put in Dak Prescott's passing yards. All right? And I'll talk about it on Twitter as well. So here's my little promo for Underdog Fantasy in the commercial from the top. So you think that HBCU like A&T can get those recruits to compete in that conference? Absolutely. Why not? We've gotten 3 or 4-star players before. We got a 4-star player on the basketball team right now. So absolutely we can. Matter of fact, the AD previously said that the conference changes helped them get a different set of recruits that they wouldn't normally get. So yeah, absolutely. I don't think I'm worried about it from that aspect. That's just I think for A&T standpoint, like in football, I think, and I said it yesterday, before the show or after the podcast when I hopped back on Twitter Spaces, I said that A&T is not going to be at the bottom of the conference in football. I think we'll be in the middle of the pack. I think we'll probably be like 7th, 8th in the conference type of thing. I don't think we'll be like the worst team. Like I think that's it. Now I will say it depends on the draw, but I think we're going to be able to recruit. And I will say this too. I like the fact that with the opening of the transfer portal today, I looked through the list and there's not a single A&T athlete on that list so far. So I think that's a good thing as well. That says a lot. But all right, guys. I'll holler at you guys later. I'm pretty sure we're not going to do a preview this week on the Broncos. I'll give you a quick preview. Russell Wilson's been struggling. We got to figure out how to stop Latavius Murray. It's cut and dry. We should be able to beat Denver, but we'll see. All right, guys, you have a good evening. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.